Hello there, everybody. Thank you for stopping by to hang out with me for a few minutes. It is 11:08 Mountain Time here in the United States. We're going to be doing messages for January the 14th, which is Sunday. Then we're going to do 5 minutes of Reiki. After that, we'll have free-for-all questions or cards of the day, just depending on what you guys want. Okay, so let's start with messages for Aries. What do we have coming up for you guys? Aries for the 14th of January, excuse me. Aries, Aries, Aries. I feel like you're going to be doing something light that you enjoy, something that's going to be healing to the heart. So this could be a trip to the zoo. This could be sitting out on your back deck, just enjoying the weather, hopefully, if you have weather good enough to enjoy, reading your newspaper, just chilling, relaxing, doing something that is happy, chillaxing in a happy way, Aries. Hello there, Allie Johnson, GSJ Mac, Ricky Jorgensen. Hello, hello, Dano. Hey, 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 how are you guys? How's that new phone holding up, Dano? Not going through anymore, are you? Taurus, 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 Taurus. Taurus, I do have a feeling for you like you're going to be definitely communicating on the 14th, and I feel like you're going to be, you may be asking somebody for help. You may be, you're asking several somebodies for help. So maybe you're putting together some kind of get together and you need more than one pair of hands to be able to do that. Or maybe you're having some kind of situation that you're not quite sure how to handle, and so you're asking people to help you handle that. That would definitely be me. If I had a flat tire, I would be on my phone. Can you come help me change this? No, you're busy? Okay. Can you come help me change this? So Taurus, it may be something like that, or it may be something that you're putting together where you're asking other people for help. But I feel like whatever help you need, you're kind of broadcasting that request for help. So I think that you're asking more than one person for help with whatever it is, Taurus. Sarah Beth, hello, hello, welcome. Glad to see you in the room. How are you? Right? That can happen sometimes. That can happen. Let's look at Gemini. Gemini on the 14th. Geminis, don't leap before you look. Make sure you look before you leap on the 14th. Seems like there's something that you need to know before you take forward action. And Geminis, you guys are air signs. I think it's pretty typical for you to think things through before you move forward. Going to be particularly important on the 14th. Just make sure that you know everything you need to know before you start taking action. So just, it's not saying don't take action. This message definitely does not say that, but it is saying be prepared, know everything you need to know, have all your ducks in a row before you take that action, Geminis. And the fact that it's coming up for you, and I know you guys think things through well anyway, I would say double check everything before you move forward. Tammy Bambe, hello, hello, welcome. Manuela, glad to see you. Thank you for checking on me yesterday. Let's see, everybody who is here, thank you so much for being here. If you don't mind, and if you haven't already, please share this video so other people can join us. Always more fun to be at a live event while it's still alive. Carla, hello. She thinks you're crazy. She's a Virgo. Yeah, she's an earth sign. She takes things a little slower than you guys, huh? Probably a little more organized, too. Trying to survive all the snow. Good day for hot chocolate. Froggy. Oh my gosh. Glad to see you in the room. Woohoo. I am. I was a little under the weather yesterday, but I am back up to snuff today. You lost my number. Okay, well then, let's see. Let me just type it right here. I was going to say, really, if you need my number for anybody who's watching later on, all you have to do is check out my website to find that. And my website is www.amista.info. That's also where you can find my Skype ID as well as my email address. So it's all there. Let's see. Oh, I am doing fantastic. Thank you, Sarah Beth. Your oldest is a Capricorn. Well, then she's not totally outnumbered. She does have another Earth sign in the family. The coffee was ready? Oh, awesome. Okay, so la da 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 da. Let's take a peek at Cancer. Passport. I like saying what I'm getting without trying to translate it for you guys. Cancers, I think that it's going to be time to be updating a passport or getting ready for some travel. Maybe it's time to have your passport redone, but it feels to me like there's time to make some travel or make some major changes. It's definitely a time of change. Doesn't mean necessarily that you're moving. You could be visiting. You could be moving somewhere else temporarily to work or commuting to work. But something is coming up about, I really think a lot of Cancers, it's time to update that passport. Of course, that's not going to be true for everybody, but big changes. Others of you may be traveling that's not international travel and just preparing for that. Preparing for travel is what I'm going to say. Change is coming for you as far as your um, travel goals and possibilities. Let's put it that way. That's for Cancer. Right? Rising signs are important too. La da da da, Leo, 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 Leos. I cannot give that message. Okay. Leos, I'm going to tell you what I see, and I'm going to leave it up to you to translate it because I do try to keep this family friendly. The actual vision I had was, um, if you can imagine an old-fashioned haystack that people used to build with pitchforks. It wasn't like a hay bale or a hay roll. It was a hay stack. I literally had a vision of you guys rolling around in the haystack. Okay? So Leo's rolling around in the hay. You translate that any way that you would like to. That is for the 14th of January. Ah, your mom's partner is traveling for a new course within the job and she's a Cancer. That's interesting. Well, Sarah Beth, if you update me on that one, you don't have to give me too many details, okay? Virgos, let's see about you guys on the 14th. Virgos. Virgos, I think on the 14th, you're going to have some gemstone moments with children. Now, when I say gemstone moments, it may be that you're picking out gemstones in a rock shop together with a child. The spirit is funny like that. He can make those literal translations really what they are. But the more general translation that I have for a gemstone moments with a child or with children, Virgo, is that you're going to be spending some time around a child or children. And for some of you, this is going to be around your grown child. So not necessarily a child at this point biologically, but for others of you, this is going to be around some other child, maybe not your child, maybe a niece or a nephew or a neighbor's child. And you're just going to have some really wonderful, tender, special moments with that child. You know, they're going to say something just absolutely precious or precocious. And you guys are just going to really like just click. It's always so much fun whenever you click with a little kid and you get to be a part of their experience if it's a happy one. Romy Bach, hey, 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 glad to see you in the room, my dear. Sounds like you're having some kind of fun time tomorrow. I like that. I have 6 little brothers, and so I remember when my littlest brothers were along, it was always fun to see them understand something or get something or explain something to them and see them get it. Hello there, Lisa. Oh, glad to see you in the room. How are you? Okay, Libra, Libra, Libra. Libras, I feel like you want to be very careful about parking on the 14th in a park or even in another place. The first thing that I was picturing was park stickers. You know, some parks have stickers that they issue you, and then you can go visit them whenever you want, or they have like daytime stickers and you stick them up in your windshield for the one day. But I'm also seeing like it doesn't have to be parking stickers. There could also be parking tickets. So Libra, you just want to be careful when you park that or when you're in your vehicle that you have whatever authorization you need to have it wherever it is. You know, whether you're visiting a place that you have to pay an admission to, or whether you are parking in a place that, you know, there are certain restrictions at certain times of day, on certain days, or whatever. You just want to make sure that you're cool, that you meet all the requirements there. You know, if you're at a parking meter, make sure you've paid plenty. Make sure you've paid plenty and a little extra, I'm hearing. So just be aware of parking wherever you are, Libras. That's an odd message. Right, Carla? You're plowing snow. Oh, goodness. Goodness. That seems like a very macho thing to do. It might be fun, too. Back in the last job that I worked before I quit and came here, there was one guy that plowed snow in the parking lot every day. And he was like, he would get there early and he would start plowing the snow. And if somebody else like volunteered to plow the snow, he was like, no. I think it was how he got his tension out for the day. Anna Lopez, hey, hey, glad to see you. It's fun for the first 20 minutes. And then it's a little repetitive and a pain in the butt. I got to tell you guys, I appreciate you being here and just talking to me as we go along here. This is so much fun. Annie Lennington, hey, 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 glad to see you. How are you, my dear? Scorpios, let's take a peek at you guys for 14th of January. January. Gosh, I can't believe we're already on, what, the 13th? Crazy. 14th of January. Scorpios, what I have for us is that we are building on something that we've already started. The number 8 is figuring heavily in what I'm seeing for us. And in numerology, the number 8 talks about things that we have already started, that there's already a solid foundation that we're building on top of that, we're adding to it. So like say that you have the basement finished of a house and the whole foundation level of a house finished. And then you come on and you start building the first story. That would be the symbolism for this. So this can be building on to a financial situation that has a solid foundation. Maybe if we have businesses, this could be adding new features, benefits, products, services to the business. If this is about a relationship, this could be a relationship that has a solid foundation, and now we're building on to that. Maybe we're building on to the family, bringing new children home. Maybe we're taking that relationship to the next level from where it is now, something like that. But there's something that already has a solid foundation that we're building on the 14th. Sagittarius, Sagittarius, Sagittarius. Annie Lennington, you're too early for a card, sweetheart. We're doing that after Reiki. You remember plowing snow at your old house and you do not miss it? I was not on yesterday, Miss Hannah David. Actually, I have endometriosis, and every once in a while, that stuff will kick my ass. You know what I mean? So I spent a lot of yesterday in bed, but today I feel great. So life is good. Sagittarius, let's see what's coming up for you guys. So Sagittarius, I feel like you're going rounds. You're going rounds with someone or with something. There's something cyclical happening for you on the 14th. This could be that, your work is very much going in rounds, doing the same thing over and over and over again, or taking care of the same people all the time, or whatever it is. And that you're at work on the 14th, where this could be that, there's somebody that you're having a hard time getting along with. You have like a certain sticking point that always seems to come up and mess things up whenever you just get things on track again. And I feel like maybe that sticking point is coming up a couple of times again on the 14th, and you're just going rounds, you're just going back and forth with, and you're stuck because neither one of you is going to give to the point that you guys can move forward on the same page. So one way or another, there's something coming up about you, Sagittarians, where you're going rounds, you're repeating things, you're doing things repetitively on the 14th. And if that's relationship-wise, you want to look at how can I change that? If it's work-wise, it may be exactly perfect. So that's Sagittarius. Thank you, everybody, so much for coming in and hanging out with me. If you wouldn't mind sharing, this will be a great time to do that. The more people who can be here while it's live, the more fun this is going to be. So, and I appreciate all the shares that lets me reach out and affect other people, hopefully in a positive way as we go on. I do feel much better. Thank you, guys. They say like 10% of the population, of the female population, gets that, Annie. So you just figure it out, learn what to do about it, and keep on moving. Cray 87, hello, hello. You don't have much choice, John Paul Ibardalaza. I'm not sure I'm saying your last name right, but I am glad to see you here. And by the way, my grandpa on my dad's side, who I totally idolized when I was a little girl, he died when I was 16, but I totally idolized him. His name was John Paul. He used to go into town and everybody would call him the Pope. How's the Pope doing today? You're funny, Froggy. That they'd be watching a Hallmark movie with their sister. Maybe you guys are going to watch 2 Hallmark movies tomorrow. Hello there, Gemma. Glad to see you in the room. How are you today, my dear? Let's move on to Capricorn, Capricorn, Capricorn. What do I have for Capricorn? Capricorn, I feel like you are just wasting your day away. Now I say that and I laugh because I'm saying it kind of in jest. Sometimes we just go, 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 keep the pedal to the metal the whole time for a while. And then all of a sudden our body just says, hello, let's take a break now. And there isn't really any debating it. I don't know if that's exactly what's happening to you, if your body's shutting you down or if you're deciding to shut down. But I think you are just kind of wasting the day away as far as how other people's would say it. The reason I laugh about it is sometimes that's very rejuvenating. And so I feel like whatever you're doing that other people might consider a waste, and maybe even you are hard on yourself, maybe you even tell yourself that you just wasted this day, it's actually getting that rest and relaxation has been very rejuvenating for you. Okay, so that's what I've got for Capricorn. I'm also hearing that song. I think it's Creedence Clearwater Revival, although don't quote me on that. Sitting by the dock of the bay. All right, so I don't know if you'll be sitting by the dock of the bay, but I don't think you're going to be moving around doing a whole lot. Yes, lucky for you, Miss Hannah. Thank you, Anna. It's interesting because I had problems since I was 16 and I first, started. And then I went to a friend of mine in the military actually made me go to the hospital one time because I just thought it was just normal. A lot of people think it's just normal that everybody's period is different and that's just normal. And so a friend of mine actually like loaded me up into a military vehicle and took me to the hospital. And the doctor, when I got there, gave me prescription strength, basically prescription strength Aleve, naproxen, and said, it's just normal. You just have big ones. No worries. And so I went like that for a while. I was in my 20s then, maybe 22. At 34, I practically jumped on my gynecologist when I got a new one. You have to tell me what's wrong with me because this is not normal. And at that point, I finally got close to a diagnosis. They didn't actually go in and look around, which is what it technically takes to diagnose. But he said that's what's very likely wrong with me. But it takes a long time to find out. So if somebody finds out early, like, oh, thank God. You're a Capricorn, Earth sign. I don't know what my grandpa was. I got you, Hannah David. Hello there, Kathy. Welcome, welcome. I don't think there was anything in there about knights in shining armor. I don't remember what I did say for us Scorpios. I'm going to have to go back and re-listen myself. Glad you're doing fine, Gemma. I am wonderful today. Okay, time to look at Marianne Grant. Hello, hello, welcome. Glad to see you here, honey. How are you? Aquarius. Calling you out, Aquarius. What you got for me today? Aquarius for the 14th. Aquarius, I feel like you're going to be very active on the 14th. I feel like your creative juices are flowing and you are making something, putting something together, designing something, upgrading something. You have a project. You have a project. It's in various phases for different ones of you, but I think that you're making great progress with whatever this project is, feeling very active and feeling very good about what it is you're doing. For some of you, you're actually selling your projects, and so I think that is going to be, that feels very auspicious. The whole day just feels very auspicious for you guys. Angela Lukes, hello, hello. Glad to see you here, my dear. You're almost in time for Reiki. I have one more sign first. La da da da, Pisces, 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 Pisces. Pisces, once again, I'm picking up something about psychic information for you. You're going to be picking up information psychically. It may be the only way that you can find out this information on the 14th. It's really important for you to have confidence in your own psychic abilities or in your own intuition, Pisces. Pay attention to it. Don't poo-poo it just because you don't have the evidence or the verification. So many people do that. They have great intuition and they pick up stuff. They've got green flags, they've got red flags, and they ignore it because it doesn't make sense logically or they don't have the verification. Trust that intuition and trust it every freaking time, guys. That applies to everybody. But Pisces, it's going to be particularly important for you on the 14th. You'll be playing in your shop making wooden signs. That's cool, Dano. All right, so let's do Reiki. I know, it's always been crazy. I still think it's crazy. Angela, I was talking to one of my friends. I actually mentored her. She's on YouTube as well. I was talking to her yesterday and we were kind of sharing insights back and forth. And she was talking about her guy and I was like, yeah, it's going to go like this on Sunday, da, 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 da. And she was like, oh, and then she started talking to me about the new person in my life. And she's like, this is what's going to be coming up. And I just like stopped for a second. I just had this moment of, isn't this nuts? Isn't this absolutely nuts that we can just like tell each other this stuff? Like most people don't have this possibility because they don't practice it. So Anybody can do what I do. It's just a matter of practice and patience and willingness. Um, but yeah, I still think it's nuts. And I've been doing this professionally since 2013, and I guess I'll always think it's a little nuts. Very grateful for it. Still have to say it's kind of crazy. All right, so let's do Reiki for 5 minutes, everybody. We're going to do Reiki for whatever will benefit each one of you here the most. If you have something particular that you would like the Reiki to focus on, feel free to adjust that intention to focus on that particular thing. For those of you who are watching later, all you have to do is set your intention to receive the Reiki anyway, and the Reiki will be just as strong for you as it is for those of you who are watching it right now. Wow, you guys are already pulling Reiki right out of me, and I haven't even started it off yet. Whew, in a big way, too. Feet, feet, feet. You guys are amazing. And base chakra. Okay, let me go ahead and officially get us started here. You guys don't like your Reiki or anything. My gosh, pulling it out of me before I've actually officially started it. That's right, Hannah David. Hello there, Virgo Queen. Hello, hello, welcome. Happy Saturday to you. I like to think chat rooms hosted by somebody like me are places that we can feel safe enough to share some things that maybe we wouldn't feel safe sharing with other people. But I think here we all kind of know everybody's going through this life together. We've all got our struggles. Nobody here is in competition with each other. We're all just hanging out, learning from each other's experiences. Ah, I got you, Dano. I was wondering, because I knew the last time we looked, it wasn't time yet. I don't know if it's come time or not. You're doing double time because I missed yesterday. Well, draw it on. Bring it on. There's more where that came from. I think somebody out there gave me Reiki yesterday because there was a certain point about 4:30 in the afternoon. All of a sudden, I was like, wow, I feel like so much better than I did. I actually was like taking a nap and I woke up and I was like, I think I could actually get up and do something. I do too. I love seeing regular faces. I also love seeing new people and having them join the family too. I think of this as our little family right here. You picked up psychic cards at the Barnes and Noble the other day. Oh, are they angel cards, Angela Lukes? I didn't even look at the time. I think it was probably 33 after, so we're going to do this till, I'm looking at the time now. Let's do this till 40 after the hour. You're not even sure if they're angel cards? Okay, well, do you know anything about cleansing cards yet, Angela? What kind of work do you do, Kathy? That's funny, Froggy. Right? I think a little bit at a time is always a good thing, Dano. Oh, so they're not exactly tarot cards. They're something different. Gotcha. You're a receptionist? Oh, wow. So, Kathy, you energetically touch so many people, as they come into the door, as they call on the phone. That is a great position of influence. Ba-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-da. Got a lot of heart chakra, got a lot of throat chakra today, guys. Doing some crown chakra, some third eye. Got feet, like I told you earlier, those are still going strong. We've also got lower legs, knees. There's some major amount of solar plexus going out. I've got some base chakra, not as much as usual. That's right, Kathy. You feel it going on in your throat? Yeah. Throat has to do with telling our truest truth. If you've been holding back on telling somebody something that's really been on your mind or in your heart, you may find yourself finding a way to express that after this Reiki session, micro session. You feel feet and heart. Feet have to do with finding your direction, and heart has to do with healing up from old emotional traumas. So it may be that you've had an old emotional trauma that you've been holding on to for a while that has kind of altered the course that you would have taken in your life. And so as that heals up, you may be finding your direction, a more true direction for you again. Heart for you, emotional trauma healing up. Avneet, hello, hello. Gotcha, Angela Lukes. Throat for you too. Okay, so that's the end of Reiki. Let me wrap that up, guys. You know what they call that when people take Reiki from you before you're actually officially sending it, right? That means you guys are Reiki sponges. Okay, so now it's time for free-for-all questions or a card of the day. If you want a card of the day, put that on the window. If you want a question answered, put that on the window. Pick one or the other. I'm not going to do a card or a question for you, and I'm only going to do one card. Keep that in mind. Anna wants a card of the day. Anna, the Lenormand, want to talk to you today, so we're going to start with those for you. Also, no repeat messages. Once you ask for a card of the day or you ask for your question, don't retype it if you can help it, because you guys type like you're so far ahead of me right now. I'm already buried. So let's try to not do repeats unless you notice that I actually go past you. If I skip over you, then yeah. But if you're just waiting and waiting and waiting, then it might be that you're just waiting your turn. So let's not try to do repeats if we can help it. I have to scroll way up to remember. I think I'm doing Anna right now. Anna Lopez, card of the day. Okay, Ms. Anna, let's look at your house card. You've got the woman. Now this is either going to be you or it's going to be, I think it's going to be you. Let's just leave it there. And you've got the book. What is this from Miss Anna? Anna Lopez, you are keeping a secret from somebody. That's what this says. You are the holder of a secret. Could be somebody else told you a secret, could be your own secret, but you're being a secret keeper. Where will your first in-person fight with Mr. C take place? That seems like an interesting question to me. I think it's going to be in a public place with wide hallways. I'm not sure if that's like a mall or a school, but there are going to be other people around. It's not going to be like you're packed in with like a sardine with these other people, but yeah, there are going to be other people around, shuffling around you as you're having this unfriendly interaction. Shall we say that? Not sure why you would ask me that, but okay, there's your answer. COD for Avneet. And by the way, if you've already had your first in-person fight, it probably was there. Let's see. Avneet Sach Diva. La di di da 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 da. Avneet Sach Diva. Okay, honey bunny. You have the 2 of arrows showing up. You have a decision that you have made or that you will be making, either within the past 24 hours or the next 24 hours. Some kind of decision on your plate. Tammy Bambe, COD for you. La da 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 da. Virgo Queen. You want to know what will happen with Bill next? We can always look at that. I wish that question was a little bit more specific. What will happen with Bill next in regards to our relationship, in regards to his job, in regards to what? If you could make that a little bit more specific, I would like that. So I'm going to kind of bypass you until I see your more specific version come up in the chat window, my dear. Tammy Bambe. Aw. 9 of Pentacles in reverse. This just means you miss someone. Sorry, honey. Angela Luke's card of the day. Angela, you have an interesting card. You have the 8 of Cups showing up in reverse. 8 of Cups in reverse just talks about that there's a situation that you had walked away from. You felt like it was draining or depleting, like you weren't getting enough energy out of that situation. And now, for whatever reason, you're walking back into that situation. I hope that you have higher expectations this time around, that maybe it won't be so draining or depleting. Let's see here. I'm going to bring my camera down a little bit. That's a little better. Okay. Who's next here? Yes, yes, Carla Sponges. See if I can bring this down without going too far. Hannah David, you're up next for a COD. Hannah, I like your new picture, by the way. Whoops. Stuff started to want to flop, but it didn't actually flop. Okay, Hannah David's card of the day. Okay, my dear. What you have is the Hanged Man. This just means there's something on your mind and you're taking some time to really sort it out. So you may be meditating or just giving something some deep thought, trying to come to a conclusion on a situation so you know how you want to handle that or which direction you want to go. By the way, that's a perfect time for a reading. Just saying. Okay, who's next? Manuela wants a COD. Okay, Manuela, we're going to use Lenormand for you today. La da da da. La da 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 da. La da da da. La da da da. La da da da. Manuela, you got your house card here of the ship and the mountain. Manuela, I think this means that you've had some kind of trouble with your internet or your internet connection, or there's some kind of trouble with traveling. But I think in your case, this probably has more to do with internet. That within the past 24 hours or within the next 24 hours, there's going to be some kind of problem with your connection, or it may just be really slow, something like that. COD for Lisa O. Lisa O. 4 of arrows, my dear, but it's in reverse. To me, this means there's some kind of change of location. This could be that you're moving. That would be a bigger version of the meaning. For me, and a lot of times this comes up if we're doing something in a different location than normal. So like if we normally work from home, this could be having to go to the office and do some work. This could be taking our little baby to a new daycare. This could be going to lunch at a different place, but some kind of shift in location from the normal for you within the past 24 hours or the next 24 hours. Ms. Lisa O. GSJ Mac, you're up next, my dear. La da 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 da, la da 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 da. La da da da, la da da da, la da 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 da. GSJ Mac. Queen of Swords in reverse. There's somebody that you're not talking to. Tired of hearing from your silly self? Leave me the heck alone now. That's what I'm seeing for you, my dear. Gemma Croft Baker, COD. Gemma Croft Baker. Card of the day. Card of the day. Gemma. Queen of Clubs. I feel like you are in your groove today and you're doing something creative that you're really enjoying. And you're probably planning on giving this creative thing to somebody else. You may be crocheting, cross-stitching, making a quilt, cooking, could be anything like that. Whatever it is you're doing that's creative, I think you will be sharing that with someone else. Cray 87 needs a card of the day. It's beautiful out here today. Lots of sunlight. I haven't checked the temperature, but I really don't care about the temperature if I can look outside and see sunlight. Later on, I'll look and see if it's warm enough for a walk. La da da, la da da, la da 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 da. So, Cray 87. Cray 87, you got Prince of Wands energy in reverse here. I'm just going to say it. You're dealing with someone who is a jackass. Okay, this can be like one night stand type energy, but I feel like this is, when he's in reverse like this, I don't feel like he's really been honest and upfront with you about what they want, whether it's a he or whether it's a she. And so I think it kind of is a little bit of a shocker that it's one night stand type energy. Now, if this is not showing up in your romance life, this could be something like in business too, where somebody just comes in, gets what they want, and then leaves, and you were expecting more of an ongoing, even two-way interaction, and it's totally not. So anyway, that's what I have coming in for you, Crate 87. So sorry. Okay. Whoops. I thought I was okay, and I went too far. Okay, Annie Lennington wants a card of the day. What did I just do to myself? Where'd you guys go? Okay, Annie Leamington, we're going to do Lenormand for you, my dear. Froggy, the answer to your question is yes. Annie Leamington's card, we're going to do Lenormand. Avneet, I think I already pulled your card. I'm not sure why I'm reading this Mia's next, honey, after Anna. Let's see. Annie Leamington, card of the day. House card for you is the Cloud. Kind of a pretty card, huh? Cover card is the Lilies. Annie, you would just so like to have peace in your life. You would just like to have even 3 peaceful moments strung together. And right now, you're having a lot of confusion about how do you find those 3 peaceful moments. I think you know how to find these 3 peaceful moments, but you feel like, you know, if you take time for yourself to find peace, then you don't know what these other people that you've been helping and encouraging and building up are going to do if you actually like step out of the picture long enough to just find some peace for yourself. So you're dealing with a little bit of confusion about that right now, Ms. Annie. That's what I have coming up for you. You are not too late, us. Sand. Glad to see you here, my dear. Starlight would like to have a card. So let's do a card for Starlight. No worries, Avneet. Let's see. Okay, so this is going to be the last card today is Starlight's card. La da da da, Starlight, star bright. I don't remember how the rest of that goes. Okay, Starlight. You've got the Wanderer in reverse. This just tells me that you're putting a lot of thought into some kind of change that you're thinking about making in your lifestyle is what I'm hearing. So you're definitely not doing whatever this change is spur of the moment, putting a lot of thought, planning, making sure you're ready before you actually do it, before you cross that line. I think once you cross that line, you know it's a point of no return. And so you want to be ready to make sure that you don't try to return after you make this lifestyle change. You want to be ready to keep on trucking that way. Okay, so that was for Starlight. Thank you, everybody, so much for keeping me company, keeping things fresh for me. I like it so much when you all are here. You guys just rejuvenate me and keep me going, so thank you, seriously. Thank you to all of you who have shared and for all of your support. And if any of you would like to book a private reading with me, or if you would like to book a Reiki session with me, feel free to do that. You can find all my contact information on my website, www.amista.info, I-N-F-O. I'll be looking forward to hearing from you guys. Everyone have a fantastic day. Peace out.